legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back as we wrap up the week that was. We started this week on D-Day when the liberation of France began, the liberation of Europe began. June 6th, 1944, 78 years ago. We need to liberate the world right now. But I want to remember all those that were participated in Operation Overlord. There are very few survivors left of that war, World War II, and that day, D-Day, that began the liberation of Europe, that led to Victory in Europe Day, the downfall and the destruction of the Third Reich, Nazi Germany. We owe them a large debt of gratitude, those men that unselfishly stormed the beaches of Normandy and Omaha, knowing there was a great chance of death. But the tyranny of Nazi Germany needed to be stopped. So we started the week remembering those men who stormed those beaches and the sacrifices that were made to make sure that Europe was liberated, and then the world, for all intents and purposes, the world was liberated. We spoke with the chief of police this week, talking about that, we need to do something about making sure that the mentally ill in our community don't get a hold of firearms, but also children don't get a hold of firearms. That legislation may not be the answer because there's a lot of laws on the books already. We talked about how you have to take the guns out of criminals' hands. That would help decrease gun violence in this country. Talked with Gary at Vets Helping Vets this week about the many facets of how you can receive, if you're a veteran here, you can receive what you've earned and get the help you may need by going to Vets Helping Vets. And they have a pantry there and everything that they can help. And they take donations. So if you want to help out the veterans in our community through donations, you can donate to the pantry. You can donate monetarily to Vets Helping Vets. We talked to Galen Unall this week about golf incessantly to the point where he said he didn't care. We talked about the economy a lot, folks. We talked about the economy a lot. And I'm going to close with that before birthdays. Somebody sent me a text during the break and said, Tom, you keep going on these gas prices, but, we've had this issue before. Let me put this gas price in context for you. The current average in Marion County for a regular gas for a gallon is $4.89.6. Yesterday, that average was $4.79. 10-cent jump in one day. Mid-grade jumped 22 cents in one day, from $5.12 to $5.34. Premium jumped from $5.45 to $5.74. And diesel jumped from $5.71 to $5.79. Overnight. A week ago, compared to now, it was a 18-cent jump. A month ago, compared to now, it was a 62-cent jump. And a year ago, compared to now, it was a $2 jump. And that's in Marion County. You think it's just a Washington problem? Well, $2 difference between June of last year and June of this year. A dime difference since yesterday. And a 62-cent difference since this time in May. Oh, wait, Tom, but the gas prices jumped because of Memorial Day. Yeah, well, why are they continuing to jump? It's past Memorial Day, that holiday, big travel holiday. Oh, gas prices always jump on Memorial Day, but then they come back down. No, they haven't. And they were cheaper by 60 cents a gallon last month. Like I said, it's cheaper to buy 2 beers than it is to buy 1 gallon of gas. So stop driving, start drinking. You can't do both of them at the same time, so give one up. I suggest driving. Just start drinking. Cheaper. Much cheaper. I want to remind you of the tweet of the day again. It was such a good tweet. The tweet of the week. It's from @SGRSTK. And the tweet of the week is, a fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. Stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts. That's the tweet of the week from SGRSTK, and I think it's spot on. It's one of the best tweets I've seen in a very long time. A fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts. We got a lot of stupidity going on these days. A lot of stupidity. Birthdays today. Kate Flannery, who was in The Office, she's 58 years young today. Elizabeth Hurley doesn't ever look like she ages. You look at a picture of her now, she doesn't look like she's aged a day. She's 57 today. Comedian Bill Burr. If you don't know who Bill Burr is, that's your fault, not mine. He's a very, very funny man. Comedian Bill Burr is 54 today. Shane West is 44 today. And model Kate Upton. Yep, that Kate Upton. She turns, this scares me. I thought she was older than this, to be honest with you. She turns 30 today. Kate Upton, 30 years old today. Hey, a study has found that it's cheaper to send a kid to a top college for 4 years than it is to send him to prison. It costs more to house somebody in prison for 4 years than it does to send them to a top college. That's not surprising. Everything's going up. I've been trying to tell you that all week. Price of everything's going up. Even prison's going up. So don't go to prison. Go to college. Hey, I want to thank all the folks who listen to this show on a regular basis. To all my guests, to my guests that call in, my guests that show up in studio. To all you listeners that frequent the sponsors that we have. Without you, sponsors would not see the need to sponsor this program. And to all my sponsors, thank you as well. Without you, this program would not be possible. For everybody who helps me make this program possible, I'm Tom Schmitz. Talk to you next week.
This is WOCA AM, W242 CAFM, Ocala, The Source.